Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of This Week in Shade. Yes, it is the Lost Levels here. Well, me specifically, I am SpiderStaryu, and today I am joined by the ever-bodacious Dark Boo.
Hey, and only me. Don't have your hopes for anyone else.
Yes, unfortunately for us, the only people joining us is me and Boo. So that's the only people that's here. Sol, Toadette, and Essie all could not make it due to various reasons. So, but, no shade, hopefully they're fine doing whatever they're doing, but it's just gonna be me and Boo doing This Week in Shade, so bear with us. We're gonna try our best to make this really entertaining. We're gonna talk about the latest Nintendo news, and then towards the end we're gonna throw some shade about current situations, or people, or whatever. So, yeah, let's just get started. You ready, Boo?
Yes.
Alright, so let's just get started with the latest Nintendo news, because, hey, that's something me and Boo can talk about. Well, actually, the start of this, actually, is something Boo doesn't really have anything to say, because it is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Yes, there's going to be a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game titled Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, and it's going to be released in North America winter 2015. This year, in case you don't know what year it is. So I know, Boo, you don't really have anything to say because Boo and Pokemon don't get along. No.
Yes, we don't get along because I get confused.
Yeah, Boo gets confuzzled, and Boo likes the old Pokemon, but the rest, no thanks. But for me, I love all Pokemon. I'm not generation racist. I accept all generations. But for Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, I just hope that the game is good, and I hope the game follows the older games style, because let's just clock some tea right here. Okay, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Gates of Infinity, I think that's called. Gates of Infinity, yes, okay, I just have to check it out. Yeah, Gates of Infinity, the storyline for that game was really sucky, and I didn't even complete the game, because I got this game as the same day Luigi's Mansion came out, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And I barely played this game just because it was so unappealing. The storyline was just so dead to me. There was no after game storyline too. There was like the first story, the main storyline sucked, and then the end game storyline where after post game there's another storyline. There was no storyline, so it's like, what, we just have to freaking do these missions and then do whatever, go to these dungeons, do the missions, and that's it. And you can only select one mission at a time too. So it was just this Gates to Infinity. I say Gates of Infinity. Gates to Infinity. It was not a good Mystery Dungeon game. I hope the game follows the older Mystery Dungeon games. Games like Explorers of Time, Explorers of Darkness, Explorers of Sky. Games like that, because those DS games, they were the best Mystery Dungeon games of them all. So I really hope that hey, at the Pokemon Company, Nintendo, Game Freak, whatever, if they're watching this, please, we want the storyline to be like the older games. Because freaking Explorers of Time and Darkness, there was the main storyline, right, Boo? There was the main storyline. Mm-hmm. And then after the game, once you beat the game, you beat the main storyline, there was a post-game storyline. So there was a whole nother story right after you finished the game. And it was a whole nother story, a whole bunch of other stuff that you guys could do. And it's like, but for freaking Gates to Infinity, there was nothing. So I just hope that they follow the older style of gameplay, and please, if it's just like Gates to Infinity, I'm gonna be disappointed. The only thing you should take from Gates to Infinity is the graphics. Keep the graphics, yes, that's good. The rest, throw it all away.
So it's like these games that are coming out now that have no story or nothing.
Yeah, it's just like that, like let's say Pokemon, Paper Mario Sticker Star. That's a fantastic game. I love it, but as a Paper Mario game, it's not that good. It's like people think that Nintendo thinks that like storyline doesn't matter, and storyline is very important. All right, I want to just dive into these games. I want to sink my teeth into it like a steaming hot New York strip steak, like just. Rah, I just want to just bite it. I want to suck the juices. I want to suck the steak juice out of the game. Alright, it needs to be bodacious. And I want to bite it.
Yeah, I don't know how you went from a story being excellent in Super Paper Mario and then the Sticker Star. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, because Super Paper Mario ironically had a better storyline than Thousand Year Door. That's no shade. Yeah, that's no shade to Thousand Year Door. It's just literally the game. Super Paper Mario just had such an in-depth storyline. It was so deep that it was better than Thousand Year Door's storyline. It was so deep. And then we go to that, and then we go to Sticker Star, where there's no storyline. Oh, the world's ending. We need to get the crown things to save the Sticker Festival. That's not even a storyline. There's no character development. I know there's Kirsty, or what's her name? Kirsty Boo. Do you know her name? Kirsty, which I know she's just like Dark Boo in the sense that she's blunt and she clocks tea, and that's good. But they could have expanded on that so much more. But I digress. That's just me and Boo clocking some tea about it. Please keep the storyline in the games. We don't care if y'all little kiddies want to skip the storylines. All right, we older people, we want the storylines. Okay, and I can't even use that excuse that you're kiddies because when I was a kid, I loved Thousand Year Door. I loved Super Paper Mario, and I was just like 10 or no. When the time Thousand Year Door came out, I was like 8. So yeah, I was a little kiddie, and I got into the storyline. So please, storyline is very important. We need to dive into the story. So please. Keep the story in the games. Alright, next matter of business. If you don't have anything else to say, Boo.
Oh no, it's just that this generation of games, they don't care about any story. Look at Mario Party 10. There's literally no story, it's just game. I don't know what they thinking, because the games back then, like Spyro, and we have many other games. Bad Fur Day had a story, for God's sake. Perfect Dark did.
Yeah.
And those games were all out crazy. But they had a story. Bad Fur Day, the story was the actual name of the game, A Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, like these games, they had story. But I think the reason why they stopped the story is because in Super Paper Mario, all the Club Nintendo users who registered it and were, you could vote on things about it. Most of the people who registered Super Paper Mario on Club Nintendo, they said that they didn't care about the story. And literally, it was only 2% of people who cared about the story. Everyone else didn't care about the story.
How you don't care about a story that deep? The story was deep to the point that the game was trying to illuminate the fact that it was destined for failure. Like, it was going to happen. There's no way to avoid it. And then after, when it showed... That was a good story. You can't tell me with I know her real name, Tippy. That's the name.
Yeah.
With her and Count Black, like really, that story was in depth, and the history behind them too got me so into it.
Yeah, I was feeling some type of way when I was reading it.
And the fact that they loved each other and couldn't love, like Romeo and Juliet, basically.
Yeah.
But it was an enjoyable story, and I got into the story, just like Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door. The stories are good. I don't know why they drifting away from something that gives the game background, so that if the game does suck, at least it has something good about it.
Yeah, because I didn't really like Super Paper Mario's gameplay, but the story was really, really, really good. And with things like Mystery Dungeon, the gameplay is good and the story was phenomenal because the characters all had personalities. The characters, even it doesn't matter if it's cheesy. Who cares? As long as the story is there, as long as there's material to read, that's all that matters. But like these games, like they just think that okay, let's just have stupid characters, some characters with attitudes, and that's good enough. No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
For example, Sonic Boom.
Oh, that's a whole nother This Week in Shade. We could literally have a whole This Week in Shade dedicated to Sonic Boom if we wanted to.
Bad story and bad gameplay and bad character setup. Oh my goodness. Everything was bad.
I don't even know why they released it to the public because God knows. But we got to get back into the news. All right, that was just our little thing. Sorry, that's just our little thing. Me and Boo, we are story lovers. We need story. We need just a deep story. Like I said, like the strip steak. You know, we need just something so juicy to sink our teeth into, and we have not been getting that lately in these games. So, come on, Nintendo, pick up the pace. Alright, so let's get into this next bit of news, which is not even like a big thing. It's just something ironic and funny. Nintendo of America hired Bowser as their new vice president in sales. They basically hired this man named Doug Bowser, and they said like, oh, no relation to King Koopa, Mario's longtime nemesis. And it was just this big silly thing that like everyone's like flipping out about, because his last name is Bowser. Get it? Bowser, Doug Bowser.
I don't know why people were going insane about it.
I don't know either, because I think it's a little bit, like, ironic, but I don't think, like, I didn't think anything else. I'm just like, oh, that's ironic. And that was it. I moved on.
That's all I said.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, that's it. Nothing else. But then everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh my god, is this like some secret ploy? Oh my god, he's gonna sink Nintendo sales. I'm like, it's just his last name. I'm pretty sure he didn't just change his last name to Bowser. At least I think.
Yeah, it's like the other people who their last name be Latron, Janae, Bethlecia, Jenkins, Jones. Like that's how it is. It's like the last name or first name. First name Latron, Janae. So I don't know Bowser.
Isn't that a friend of yours?
Oh no, not Latron, Janae. Latron, Janae, Jenkins, Jones.
Okay, I just had to make sure. Yeah, it's just his last name. Bowser is his last name. You know, that's it. All right, that's it. You know, just please. It's funny. You know, it's funny. It's okay to like goof about it, but just I don't know why everyone's flipping out about it. All right, let's move on to our next bit of news. Puzzle and Dragon Z plus Puzzle and Dragons Mario Edition has just been released here in North America. I believe it was released yesterday. Yes, Friday. It was released, oh my god. It was released, this Friday. It was released this Friday, May 22nd. So, hopefully you guys are picking the game out. It's been released in Europe and Australia for a while now, like since May 8th or something like that. So, hopefully you guys are picking this game up and, telling us what you think about it. Me personally, I didn't pick the game pick the game up just yet. The reason why is because I thought it was interesting, but like I'm just not really completely into it yet. So, but if it's at GameStop this Saturday meaning next Saturday. I'm sorry, I'm horrible at explaining everything. You gotta excuse me. But like if it's there next Saturday when I pick up Splatoon, then we will get into it. We'll get into the juice and all the bodacious stuff. We'll talk about the game. Maybe we'll have it for a podcast. I don't know. Most likely not, because most of the people on the podcast are not interested in the game, sadly. Dark Boo included.
Yes, because
you don't have a 3DS.
That shade. No.
That was shade. That was true.
Is that, and I don't. Yeah, I really don't care about Puzzles and Dragons. It's just a little like, it feel like, what the game? Not Tetris. It feel like Dr. Robotic Mean Bean Machine. I'll play that.
Oh, you mean Puyo?
Yeah, yes, Puyo? That too.
Yeah.
I'll just play that over.
Yeah, I love the Puyo game, so that's probably why I'm most likely gonna enjoy this game. But, I don't know, there's just not a lot of hype into it. I just wish people would get more excited for puzzle games. And not be like, yeah, puzzle games, woo, woo, woo. Like, I'm not talking like get crazy like that. Oh my god. I want to keep that in, even though I'm embarrassed about it. But, I just wish people would like more into it, because I think it's going to be a fun game. But we'll see next week if I do pick up the game or not. I'll tell you in the podcast next week, because this is a shade thing, because this is not the podcast. Alright, so let's move on to the next thing, and it is Splatoon. Alright, yes, Splatoon. Okay, so later today, I believe around 6 p.m. Eastern Time, that's 3 p.m. Pacific Time, Splatoon demo. Yes, we're gonna play Splatoon. Splatoon's gonna be able to go on Wi-Fi, whatever the case is. Everyone's gonna be able to play Splatoon, play with other people once again. So make sure you don't miss it. By the time this is posted, most likely that'll already be done. But hopefully you guys had a fun time playing it and whatnot. I remember in the last episode of This Week in Shade, I was like throwing Splatoon down a bit. But honestly, I didn't play the game yet. And that very Saturday, we filmed the This Week in Shade. Ironically, you were able to play Splatoon that week. At like, what time, Boo? Like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock?
Well,
no, it was 3 o'clock because you went to work at 3:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like at 3 o'clock Eastern time, we were able to play Splatoon. And when I played it, I was like, I actually got so into it. It was so fun. Like, that'll be such a fun game to play for community nights in the future for MPL. Just Wi-Fi for that game is going to be so freaking fun. I cannot wait. I'm excited for Splatoon. I'm going to play
it without motion controls, and then I'll be happy.
Yes, we need no motion controls, because motion controls make it a little bit annoying, right?
I stutter with motion controls, so I can't do it.
Yeah, it's really frustrating to do it. But the community night is going to be happening today for Splatoon. Like we just said, alright, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So make sure, if you want to play, most likely you're not going to be able to play with other MPLers because, ironically, Splatoon doesn't have friend rooms yet, which is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But, just make sure that, you could play, and, you talk to others, like, be like, oh, man, like see who can get the higher scores, who can win the most games, things like that. And yeah, that is it for Splatoon. Hopefully, you guys tell us what you think. We're going to be having a podcast on Splatoon, I believe, on June 6th.
Yes.
Yes, because next week we're going to be doing our VGL for Donkey Kong 64, which hopefully you guys have been playing, because if you haven't, we're going to get on your case a little bit, because we wanted you guys to get into these VGLs. And you guys voted for it too. Goodness, 60 people voting. But, hopefully you guys are playing that, and yes, but Splatoon will be on June 6th. Moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about the Amiibo stuff. Amiibo news is happening. BDNA, that's a company, I don't know what it's called, alright? Don't get on my case, don't be like, oh my god, how do you not know it? It's so obvious. I don't know, all I know is it's called BDNA. Anyway, they are releasing a Power A Amiibo end level display. And if you just heard what I said and you were like, what? Basically, think of it this way. The end level of Super Mario Brothers? The first level, you climb up these blocks, and there's a flag at the end. That's what it is. That's the end level display. And basically, you could hold 6 Amiibos on the display, one on each block, and, one towards and I think there's, you could hold, 2 at the top. It's so cool, it's so creative, and it's officially licensed, too, so, I'm not throwing shit at things that are not officially licensed, because I got myself some controllers that aren't officially licensed. Yes. But, it's just, it's so cool that this is, something that's being released, You guys could just check it out, on Amazon and whatnot. Just look up, Amiibo end level display. And you should be able to find it. And if not, then tell me in the comments below on YouTube, here on YouTube or on MPL, and I'll try to link you to it. But it's so cool. I'm gonna definitely be pre-ordering it if I can. Because, this is so awesome, so bodacious, so great in every single way. I just hope it's that. Do you think, Boo, when I showed you the picture of it, do you think it's cardboard? The blocks are made out of cardboard?
Wait, let me get the picture, please.
Okay, let me send you the picture. Sending Dark Boo the picture right now. Here you go, Dark Boo.
Look, I hope it's wood.
That's what I said. Because, if it's cardboard, it's going to break over time. Amiibos aren't that heavy, but you know. All right, I hope it.
Cheap way out.
I know. I just hope that it's made, of at least freaking. I was gonna say brick. I'm like, wait, not bricks. Just plastic or things like that. It'd be better than freaking paper. If it's paper, that's ridiculous. But anyway, it looks really cool. I'm definitely pre-ordering it. And I know if Soul was here, he would pre-order it too. Well, he can still pre-order it even though he's not here. But you know what I mean. Okay, now let's talk about the community night. We're kind of getting away from Nintendo news to talk about MPL. Alright, so we're going to be playing Mario Kart 8 today at 4 p.m. or 1 p.m. Pacific time, because I have to keep saying that because y'all be getting confused. 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we're gonna be playing for like an hour and 40 minutes. So at 5:40 Eastern time, we're gonna be finished. We're gonna be wrapping it up. No more, whatever the case is. But yeah, we're gonna be playing Mario Kart 8, and then like 20 minutes later, that's when we're gonna do the Splatoon stuff. So stick around and play through the whole thing. I don't know if this is gonna be posted by the time the community nights are over or whatnot. So just in case it is over already, hopefully everyone had fun, and tell us in the comments, if you had fun or if you didn't have fun, because we want to hear that stuff. We need feedback. Okay, that is it for all our Nintendo news, but we are not finished. No, we are not. Now it is time for our Shade segment, Dark Boo, and
yay!
Yes, Shade. It is what this whole show is about. Shade. We need shade. So, Boo, I'm gonna start my thing second. So, if you could start us off, because you're kind of the leader of, you were like the commander in Shade. I'm like, what's before commander? Oh, I don't even know.
I don't even know. I think commander is the first. Commander in chief is the first one.
Oh, then what about captain? That's what I mean.
Oh. No, I think commander in chief was before that.
Okay, well, Boo is just the highest ranked of Shade, okay? So, Boo, please lead us off with the first matter of business that we need to talk about.
Well, I wanted to talk about, Mario Party Legacy is on a wiki now. I'm not going to be so mean on people. I just want people to know, because I really don't care anymore. But I just want people to know, Mario Party Legacy was first founded in 2008, I think. It was created in 2008. So I just want the people to know that the people who are there now, you weren't the only ones on there. Don't forget, we have spanned 7 years. We're going on a decade now. Super Zimbazy is popping. He going on a decade, so don't act like you've been there for a whole 7 years.
Yeah, even me and Dark Boo haven't been here for 7 years.
No, only one you can ask about that is VIP. That's the only one. So, I just want y'all to know that when y'all put this wiki up about the site, which is not needed, because we have archives. Oh, it's not needed. Please put valid information. Like, there was some information that wasn't valid. It was not valid. And people had to clock T on it. Our veterans, we laughing at y'all. No shade. We laughing at y'all. Just some information is false. And then some information, you deleted it, but it's still in the archive, so anyone can view it. Please.
Yeah, please don't post personal information of other people. I'm not saying if you listen to it, you're doing it. No, the people who do it, they know who they are. Please don't post personal information about other people that could be really deadly to their reputation. Because when you, on Wiki, how the Wikia works, you can remove something, and then it still appears in the history. So let's say let me show you an example. Let's say I make a page about Dark Boo, and I'm never gonna do this, Boo, but I'm just showing them an example. Let's say Dark Boo is stupid, and I say something personal about something bad, embarrassing that he did in real life or whatever. And then Dark Boo sees it, and he's like, "Yo, what the hell's wrong with you? Move that shit." And I'm like, "Oh, well, fine, I'll remove it." And I remove it, but it's still there. You're like, "How is it still there?" Anyone can go to that history of the Dark Boo page. Go down, go to the bottom to see where the most at the bottom where the edits are. Go to it, hit the edit, and then just see everything about me. Everything I wrote about Dark Boo in the past, and that's really embarrassing because I'll never leave the wiki. You can't remove it. So please, when you make wikis and whatever the case is, make sure that you don't post personal information, because if so, just remove the whole wiki so that no one has to deal with that. So, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, like, I don't mind the information they have. Just watch things. And there is a protection mode on there, if you know that. Yeah. There's protection mode. But really, we don't need a week here. I understand why you have the week here, but you need to recognize that it's not needed. It's really not needed. Then after you put your information up there, put your information with respect. Like, Some people have a long 3 paragraphs of their information, but and a little tiny bit of what they do on the site. Like, really? They're like, there's no need for it. There's really no need for it. Then after they be like, site exclusive. What have we ever made a division between NPL site and forum? I didn't know there was a big old division. I'm like, okay. All right, go ahead. Let children think they have power. They got the power. Let them have power. Yeah, let the children allow them to say church. I'm like, yes, yeah, go on. Oh, but don't get mad when somebody make fun of you. Look, I'm telling you now, because if you run on my footstep, I'm going to kick you right off.
All I know is I just don't want to be on the wiki. That's it. You know, you guys, listen here. You can do whatever you want. We can't really stop you unless you do slander, which in that case we definitely can. But just please don't include me in any of that stuff because I don't want to be linked to any like stuff like that. You know, if you guys you need fan art or things like that, don't trust me, that's fine. You could do that. We don't mind that. We love it. We love fan art. That's, good. Like you draw all our characters and whatever the case is. You draw all of us. That's fine. We don't mind that at all. But the thing about this wiki is that it's kind of like, it's just something that's kind of like, something that's not really done professionally. The NPL doesn't need a wiki. That's it. That's all we have to say. We don't need a wiki. You guys can do what you want, but please just for me, don't include me in anything like that. If you want to draw fan art of me or or all of us, whatever, on Divine Art or whatever, that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying, but please don't include us in things that you guys have that's fan things like that. Am I making sense, Boo? I feel like I'm not making sense right now.
Oh, you're making sense because you don't want nobody to put some misleading information.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Misleading information. We don't want that. So please don't include us if it's going to be the misleading information about people and things like that. We don't want to be included in that.
All right. And then you got people editing it. And my thing is, other people that editing it that's to make fun of, and then somebody puts some personal. Oh my God, they put some personal. Oh my Jesus, and then after it's not deletable. I'm like, really? It's not needed because it's only going to create problems. And that's the thing I'm trying to stress. It's going to create problems. I don't know. I just pray for them children.
Yes, we pray for everyone. Yes, we do. Alright, Alright, now it's my turn to throw some shade, okay? So, I was playing some Mario Party 3. Yes, Mario Party 3. Okay, yes. Alright, so I was playing Mario Party 3. I played a bunch of matches last night, with different people. So I played with a bunch of different people, right? So, and all the matches were just laggy and ridiculous, but there was one match in particular that was just rambunctious, okay? First and foremost, I play Mario Party 3 at times with the keyboard, right? Because, I don't have a controller to play for the computer yet. I don't. That's the reality. That's just how it is. And the person I was playing with was not using the keyboard. He was using a controller. So, first matter of business, if you're using a keyboard, don't play with people who are good and have a controller, because that's not fair. So I'm just warning people in the future, if you play Mario Party 3 with other people, make sure they're using a keyboard too. You say, no, I'm not going to play then, because if they're like, no, I want to use my controller, say, no, I'm not going to play then. And they say, fine, whatever, I don't care, then whatever. Because ultimately, when you play with someone who's using a controller, it's not fair. They have an advantage over you. It doesn't matter if it's laggy, they still have an advantage over you. Because they have the full-on controller where they can control things perfectly just right, whatever. So, just a warning, do not play with people who use the controller, unless you're using a controller too. But, I was like, I'll play whatever. And it was a big mistake. We played Deep Blue Sea. Actually, it was funny. I played, Deep Blue Sea, 3 times that night. So I was playing with different people. So that if they watch this, they don't know they don't know I'm talking about them. Because there was a bunch of different people. And almost all the matches were laggy. And I was playing with this one person, and they were doing really, 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 really well. And they were winning all the mini games because I was freaking failing because I was using a keyboard. It definitely taught me something. I cannot do that in the future. I cannot play with people who have such a severe advantage over me. Do you get what I'm saying, Boo?
When I play with controllers, we play with all controllers. That's what we always do. If it's not controllers and it's all keypad. If it's all keyboard, I'm about to say, you did not want to know what I was going to say. I was going to say computer board. If it's all keyboard, we all play keyboard.
Exactly. If one person's forced to do it, then we all do it out of respect. And when we play with when me and Boo play, or if we play with like Super Zambazzy or Yoshi Man, hey Yoshi Man, what we do is we play with keyboard out of respect, so everyone has a chance. So if one person's gonna suck, we're all gonna suck. That's just how it is, and that's really nice. But I'm just saying, like, in the future, I cannot do that because the match was, first and foremost, that was ridiculous. I was losing at almost all the mini games that I was not partnered with someone. I lost almost all of them, and then there was a battle mini game, right? I was in last place. This person was in first place with 1 star and 90 coins. That person lands on the battle space. Everyone loses 50 coins. Then stack deck. Stack deck is a luck mini game. I go first. Okay, so let me see. There's 12 squares. I'm gonna get the third row. The third row. Okay. How does it work with columns? Okay, there's 3 rows and 4 columns.
Yes.
I got the second. No, I got the third. Okay, wait. I got the second row, third column. Okay. Okay. I explained it right. Okay. Sorry, I had to explain it right. And I got out the first one I chose. I'm like, okay.
Sure, that always happens where first place always win and last place lose.
So I was already in dead last, so I have I had a lot of coins in my defense, but I was still in last place because everyone had a star. So my 80 coins drops down to 30 coins. And then this person who's already in dead first, already winning, already going to the next star, he won. So he got 140 coins. And I was like, okay, that is BS. And then we played Picking Panic, which is, that's another mini game for Mario Party 3. It's where, you stand on top of Woody, and you have to pick the apples and, throw them into the basket. I was only able to get 5. This person was able to get 26. And you're like, well, how does that happen, Star? The only thing you have to do is press A. It was lagging. I would press A, and then literally 1 second later, it would happen. She's like, oh, how did you only get 5? Well, I was about to really just ring this person.
Don't you hate when people ask that stupid ass question?
Exactly, as if they don't know.
I can't stand when you. I'm about to say the name. When people ask that stupid question like that.
It's like, really? You know why I only got that 5. You realize, why I only got 5. Alright, and also because I just gave up at that point. Like, after, 12 seconds, I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna try. I didn't even try at that point. I didn't even try to press A. Because there was no point. There's no point. And I just... Lag plus keyboard plus you using a controller plus you having good luck equals hell no. Not gonna happen again. If I play with anyone in the future, they're gonna be forced to use the keyboard. If you don't like it, too bad. It's just how it is. I'm not gonna deal with luck and nonsense at the same time. Alright, so that is pretty much it for our little shade segment. Really quickly before we go, I just wanted to do a shout out to Yoshi Man, because Yoshi Man recently gave me We Party You out of the kindness of his heart. Yoshi Man, he had, a club. He had a bunch of points for Club Nintendo, and he didn't know what to spend it on. He said that, hey, Star, you always wanted Wii Party, right? I'm like, yes, Yoshi Man, I did. And then he decided, in the kindness of his heart, to give me the game, and it was so nice. I've been playing it with my brother and some of my friends, and even though the game makes me mad at times, literally. Okay, let's just talk about this really quickly. I'm sorry. Wii Party U is literally Mario Party 10. Okay, let's get into that. It's literally Mario Party 10. The menu screen is literally Mario Party 10.
Everything.
The minigame screen is like Mario Party 9. In their defense, it's like Mario Party 9. But everything else is literally Mario Party 10. Mario Party 10 borrowed so much stuff from Wii Party U, it does not even make any sense. Literally, the way the modes are set up literally is just like Mario Party 10. Goodness.
That's what I hate about NDQ. They don't know how to make something new. Never in our life we had Mario Party 2 look identical to Mario Party 1. Hell, we had minigames that are fixed in Mario Party 2.
Exactly. Yeah.
And 4, 5... Only thing I can say, if they took a minigame, they never took a minigame back and they remixed the music at most.
Yeah.
These games Mario Party 9 looked like the one with the board game Island. It's exactly that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mario Party 10 is exactly We Party You. Oh my god. And that's what kills me about it. There's nothing new. They don't update. It's like another... It really feels like it's lacking. It's like Mario Party 9, Mario Party 10. It's like you can't even say that. It's like you can just merge them games together to be like Mario Party and just move on to the next one. I hope that Mario Party 11, they make something new that could make us enjoy it. You can bring classic mode back. Stop acting like you can. You can have 2 separate modes. Hell, Mario Party 10 feels incomplete as of now.
Yeah, I enjoyed Mario Party 10, but honestly, I don't know what people expect, but, you know, the game is lacking in a severe amount of ways. Really lacking. It's just like We Party You, but, you know, I just wanted to say thank you to Yoshi Man, and, yeah, let's just, if you don't mind, Boo, unless you have something to talk about, we're just gonna close it off, so.
Oh, I don't have anything else.
Alright, so let me just get the ending information. Alright, this show is our YouTube show. This is where this goes up on YouTube. The other podcasts go up on YouTube as well, but this Week in Shade is specifically made for YouTube. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You know, comment. You know, if you have anything to say, go right ahead. You know, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Don't be like, oh, well, they might make fun of me or no. We love reading our comments. You know, if we get any comments, we always read them. And we're always grateful to get comments. Even by people who, you know, are a little bit shady at times towards Dark Boo. And that person knows who they are. But, you know, we enjoy comments. Okay, so don't feel embarrassed. Now, for our podcast, The Lost Levels, you can check that out on iTunes and as well as MPL. You know, it's called The Lost Levels Podcast. You know, where we talk about Nintendo stuff, but it's a little bit different. This Week in Shade is more about like news and then shade. The podcast is more about, like, you know, actual discussions, like actual topics to talk about. So, you know, go right ahead and check that stuff out. You can check it out, thelostlevels.marplaylegacy.com. And, of course, MPL, marplaylegacy.com. Check all that stuff out. Really bodacious stuff. And now for me, you can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Nintendo Network, and Google+. All of it is SpiderStaryu. Be sure to give me a like on Facebook and whatnot, and just go ahead and contact me. I'd love to hit a conversation with you, or hey, maybe we can play Smash Brothers. Who knows?
And for me, nobody plays with me. No, or everyone add me on Nintendo Network, but I don't play anything with them except Mario Kart 8. But that's because we joined community night.
Yeah, but maybe in the future you could play with people.
Yes. Dark Boo 007. Have many people I need to play Smash with them, but they don't play. They always play local VIP. And Dark Boo 007 Twitter and Dark Boo on YouTube. And trust and believe, I will be posting some Mario Party gameplay. The Mario Party I'm working on, because everything's done. I'm just adding more mini games.
Oh yes. Alright, that is it for This Week in Shade. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time, alright? See you guys later. Goodbye.
Alright.
Bye.